Find the derivative of y equals f of x times the quantity sin x plus cosine x. Then evaluate y prime of pi over 3, where f of pi over 3 is negative 4, and f prime of pi over 3 is a 2. Y here is the product of two functions, one of which is unknown, f of x, and the other one is known, sin x plus cosine x. Since we have a product of functions, the derivative will involve the product rule. The derivative y prime, or dy dx, will equal to the derivative of the first, f prime of x, times the second left alone, sin of x plus cosine of x, plus the first left alone, f of x, times the derivative of the second. The derivative of sine is cosine. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. So there's our derivative y prime, or dy dx, using the product rule. The next thing we're going to do is evaluate y prime of pi over 3, which means to plug a pi over 3 in for each of the x's. So that will give us f prime of pi over 3 times the sine of pi over 3 plus the cosine of pi over 3 plus f of pi over 3 times the cosine of pi over 3 minus the sine of pi over 3. F prime of pi over 3 and f of pi over 3, those will be able to be found with the information right over here. F prime of pi over 3 is a 2. Sine of pi over 3 is a root 3 over 2. Cosine of pi over 3 is a 1/2. Plus f of pi over 3, according to over there, is a negative 4, times the cosine of pi over 3, which is a 1/2, minus the sine of pi over 3, which is a root 3 over 2. In the next step, I'm going to distribute the 2 and the negative 4 in. Distributing the 2 in, I will have 2 root 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2. And then distributing the negative 4 in, I will have a negative 4 over 2 and a positive, due to the double negative, 4 times root 3 over 2. Now we can combine like terms together. We have two terms that have a root 3 in them. We have this one and this one. We can combine those together. We have a 2 root 3 over 2 and a 4 root 3 over 2. That'll give us a total of 6 root 3 over 2. And we have two terms that don't have a root 3 with them. A 2 over 2 minus a 4 over 2. 2 minus 4 is a negative 2 over 2. And each of these can reduce by a factor of 2. The first one, the 2 divides into the 6 to give us 3, so we will have 3 root 3. And then minus 2 over 2, which canceled to give us a 1, so minus 1. 3 root 3 minus 1.